FIFA Men's Player of the Year nominees are announced. There's good news for Europa League fans, a mess at Schalke, a transfer roundup, and today's great debate all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the OneFootballers, and this is the Daily News. So first off, and the nominees for the FIFA Men's Player of the Year have been announced. Rather interestingly, because the Ballon d'Or was cancelled, this kind of takes pride of place on most players' shelf this year at least. We all know who the winner's going to be. Surely it's Robert Lewandowski. I mean, yes, there's so many other names involved in the nominations, but I mean, the Bayern forward's done everything and won absolutely everything this year. It has just been the year of the Lewandowski. I've got my laptop here. I'll read you out the rest of the nominees. So there's Thiago, now of Liverpool, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne, Robert Lewandowski, Sadio Mane, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Neymar, Sergio Ramos, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, out of all of those, surely it has to be Lewandowski. Alongside this, there's also the goalkeeper of the year. So that is Alisson, Thibaut Courtois, Keylor Navas, Manuel Neuer, Jan Oblak, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I don't want to seem too biased with this or pretend to be a Bayern fanboy, but I can't really look past any Bayern Munich player in any category. Like, they were fantastic at what they did, both individually and as a team, and won every single trophy available to them this year. I can't think of a case greater than that. Like, other players have been good, fantastic even, but there's just no other way that you can look past Lewandowski or Manuel Neuer or Hansi Flick in the Coach of the Year nominees. He's alongside the likes of Jurgen Klopp, and also Marcelo Bielsa gets a shout as well. He's done very well with Leeds, but yeah, winning the Championship or winning the Champions League, the Bundesliga, and the DFB Pokal, and on top of this, just being a brilliant coach, don't really think there's much competition. Moving on then, and to some good news for Europa League fans. And I say that, I mean the teams that are in the Europa League, because Sevilla will not be winning the competition this season. A 2-1 victory over Krasnodar last night meant that they are through to the knockout stages, along with Chelsea, who put together a very late victory over Rennes. The 4th time out the last 7 Europa League winners, Sevilla, they're not in it. So who's going to be the favourite now? I mean, even now, they'll probably still win the competition. On top of this, it was a rather good night for the likes of Barcelona and Juventus, as both of them saw victories, which put them through to the knockout rounds as well. Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the Champions League because that's what he does. And Alvaro Morata grabbed a late winner. And as for Barcelona, without Lionel Messi, a 4-0 win made it for a rather impressive midweek victory. Alongside this, Martin Braithwaite got 2 goals and he got an assist as well. And Ronald Koeman was sitting rather pretty on the sideline. Alongside this, Manchester United smashed Başakşehir. 4-1 was the final score, and Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes were phenomenal. Bruno Fernandes did not score some penalties. In fact, he scored 2 pretty good goals, and he did have the chance to score a penalty, but gave it to Rashford, which meant that the Portuguese player did not complete his hat-trick. On top of all of this, Erling Haaland did what Erling Haaland does best in the Champions League, and that is find the back of the net with his 15th and 16th goals in the competition. He's the fastest player to ever reach those numbers in just 12 Champions League games. He scored in 10 of those 12 Champions League games, and he's now scored more in the competition than the likes of Adriano and the Brazilian Ronaldo, and this is insane. Like, he's 100 or whatever goals off Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think he'll break that record, but my God, him and the Champions League are just a perfect duo. Next up, and things are just falling apart for Schalke and the Bundesliga. They're already on their 2nd coach of the season, and now they've suspended a few players and cancelled the contract of another one. And on top of this, one of the key technical directors has left the club as well. Yesterday it was confirmed that Vedran Ibisevic, who's only just joined the club, will have his contract cancelled on the 31st of December, the end of the year. And they come out, the club, and said this is nothing to do with an emotional outburst and scuffle in training on Sunday. Read between the lines, people. It pretty much sounds like it has all to do with this scuffle, apparently with assistant coach Naldo. On top of this, both Amin Harit and Nabil Bentaleb have both been suspended for the next 2 weeks by the club. Harit looks to be working his way back in, if you believe what the Schalke board is saying, but in the case of Bentaleb, it looks like he will be leaving the club. For whatever reason, him and Schalke just do not get on. He was on loan at Newcastle at the back end of last season. It looked like he was really happy there, but a move just did not work out. So he's back in Germany, and now they've said that he will definitely be leaving the club by next summer, if not within the next few weeks. He left Spurs all those years ago, apparently because of an attitude problem, and it looks like the same thing is creeping up again at Schalke. Whatever happened on Sunday in this big scuffle involving loads of players, it has massively affected the club, and at the moment they just can do no right. Next up then, a quick roundup of the rest of the day's news that you might have missed. And Leeds United have been offered the chance to sign Barcelona midfielder Ricky Puig on a 6-month loan in January. Carlos Tevez is set to retire at the end of Boca's Copa Libertadores campaign and move into politics. Arsenal are interested in bringing back their former winger Yunus Musa, the 17-year-old who's doing pretty well at Valencia. And lastly but not least, Ajax are interested in signing Patrick van Aanholt on a pre-contract agreement from Crystal Palace in January. Lastly then, we come to this week's great debate. This is where the guys in the OneFootball newsroom pose a question for all of you to answer in the comment section. You can of course find mine and their answer in the relevant article in the OneFootball app. But down below we want to know, who is the best manager in the 21st century? Now, honestly, I know that you could point to the likes of Alex Ferguson, but I just think that he started before the 21st century, before the year 2000, so I'm not including him in this race. For me, it's between three managers: Jose Mourinho, Jurgen Klopp, and Pep Guardiola, and I'm just going for Pep. The thing is, when you look at a manager, you look at the trophies they won within the game of football and also the style of play in which they produced to win those trophies, and Guardiola's got it both. I know the other coaches have got it both, but Guardiola more so than others. Every team he's coached at, he's changed like the culture of the club, the league, the way that football has been analysed, coached and played across Europe. He has left such a big mark on football and the way it's played without even winning the trophies. So it's going to be successful at three massive clubs with some big players to coach. It just shows what a top manager he is, and I don't think football will ever be the same with his introduction. That's all from me for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.